Hello YouTubers, I'm Justin and today on Dash and Run, well it's kind of obvious what I'm going to be looking at. Basically I'm looking at two USB wireless adapters, one the PlayStation and the other an Xbox, and basically these will allow you to use your console controllers with your PC. So in this video basically I want to show you what you get in the box from these two products, and then I'll hook them up to a notebook and test them out with one or two games so you can see whether to use the Microsoft one or the PlayStation one to use your controller basically with a PC. Anyway, let's get on with the video and stop babbling and have a look at these things, because I really want to just get them out the box and see what we've got. Okay, so first off we'll look at the Xbox One, and basically you get a guide manual which will tell you how to set it up with your notebook or desktop PC, and a warranty card. So that's the first bit from the Xbox One. Next is basically a USB cable, and this is basically just an extended cable I suppose for the dongle, so you don't have to plug it directly into your PC or notebook. And finally, it's the star of the show. Basically, this is the Xbox USB wireless adapter, and it's fairly large, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping for something a bit smaller. They certainly haven't made a very small device here. I mean, you can buy quite small Bluetooth USB adapters and other Wi-Fi adapters, and they're a lot smaller than this, so I'm a bit surprised on how big this is. As you can see, it's got one pairing button on the side, and that's pretty much everything. Okay, so first of all we get a user guide basically on how to set it up. It doesn't come with any other the literature that the Xbox One came with, so it's just pretty much a basic manual. And next you actually get the device itself. Now you don't get a USB extension cable like you did with the Xbox One, but you do get the dongle again, and again the dongle is not as big as the Xbox One, but still surprisingly quite a large device, and a bit larger than I thought it would be. There's no pairing button on this one, so obviously this works a little bit different, and it's got a little PlayStation insignia there. Now just a comparison between the two, so this one here being the Xbox and this is the PlayStation one, you can see there's quite a bit of difference in size. You can see that the Xbox One is definitely quite a lot larger, and probably having the extension cable is a good idea because you don't really want this jutting outside your PC, because it's really quite a large piece of kit here. And the PlayStation 1, well, it's a lot smaller, but again, I suppose you could use an adapter cable to sort of get it away from the notebook or desktop PC, so it's not sort of sticking out so much. Both of these units, by the way, I feel are way too big and probably should have been a lot smaller. Anyway, let's next go and let's start with the Xbox One. We'll set that up and we'll see how we go from there. Okay, so we're going to plug this in basically like so, and there's a pairing button on there, and we're going to hit the controller button like so, and as I showed you there's a pairing button. So if we pair that, and that should flash. Now that's flashing. I don't know how well that's showing on the camera, but we're actually getting a flashing there. And then if we hold that button, it should pair. So we should have now a solid connection. As you can see, the light's now solid and the controller's now paired with that. So we've got Crossy Road running now, and I've got the Xbox One controller, so as you can see I can now operate quite easily the movement of the character just using the thumbstick. And I can die as well, and I can even press the button to restart again. So it shows that this controller is definitely working. Anyway, that shows that it's definitely pairing and working. So let's try another game now. So we're going to run Overkill now. So this game probably will tax this controller a little bit more. So again, we're operating it. So we can select our mission. So you get the general gist that you've got control of your character. You can duck, you can operate. So generally you can see it works quite well, and you've definitely got quite a bit of control. So at least showing you this is a way of pairing this device to your PC without using a cable and running it wireless. Now admittedly the new Xbox controller does have Bluetooth, and I suppose that's an option you could use as well, but not every PC has Bluetooth that's compatible, and it might be a more stable connection using this Wi-Fi device with this. Anyway, now let's go and have a look at the PlayStation 1. Okay, so we've got the PlayStation dongle and we're just going to plug that dongle in like so, and you can see now that there's a light come on, and I've got the controller here, and basically you've got to hold the PlayStation button and the share button down until it flashes like so, and then apparently it will just keep flashing until it pairs. Okay, so sorry for the break in transmission. Basically, the video you were watching, you probably want to know what happened. Well, let's start with a couple of problems I encountered. First of all, there is a pairing button on this device, and it's very subtly hidden. It's basically the USB connection itself. It basically pushes down like so, and then that will allow it to pair to your controller. But that wasn't really my big problem. My big problem was discovering that this device basically isn't compatible with any PC games at all. It only has two functions. It basically will allow you to play PlayStation Now games on your PC, which isn't available in Australia, so that's pretty useless. Or you can do remote play of your PlayStation to your PC and play PlayStation games that way. And again, that's another option I don't want. I basically want to play PC games using a PlayStation controller. I want an option just like I have with my Xbox controller of having a different controller. And Sony seems to have missed the boat really badly here. It's a real shame. Now, with the Xbox One, it pretty much works out the box and does what it says. Now, with the PlayStation One, sure, you can go online and look for some hacks to get your PlayStation controller to work, but wouldn't it be nice to basically be able to buy something off the shelf, plug your controller in, and basically off you go, and you can just play games with your favourite controller? So really sadly missed, and quite a disappointment. Anyway, I can't really recommend the PlayStation 1 at all, because personally I think it's got a very limited use, and maybe at some stage they might actually rectify their problem. So my personal view is to go with the Xbox One. It works out the box and is the better out of the two. Anyway, I'm Justin, and as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.